Oh, so someone's asked, what's the relationship between prime numbers and public key cryptography? Well, the very first public key encryption scheme was due to Rivers, Shamir and Edelman, and it's called the RSA scheme. Not so much used much anymore, but the basic idea of the encryption scheme is that if Bob wants to create a public key to be able to encrypt messages to him, he takes two very large prime numbers and multiplies them together. He gives that very large number to Alice. Alice can use this large number to encrypt messages to Bob, and Bob can decrypt them because he knows the prime factors. But because we think factoring is hard, then Alice is unable to find the private key. So to give you an example, it's very easy to multiply 3 times 5 to give us 15. But if you gave 15 to a 5-year-old, the 5-year-old would take a long time to find out that 15 was a multiple of 3 and 5. Now, if you take those numbers 3 and 5 and you make them much, much bigger prime numbers with hundreds of digits long, then you kind of get the idea of public key encryption and how it's related to prime numbers. Interesting question from a school teacher here is, how can you teach public key encryption to people in school? Well, it's kind of like locks. And if you think of a lock to a door or padlocks. So if you take a box and you put the message in the box, if the box has a lock on it, you take the key to the lock and you lock the box and you pass the box over to someone else. To open the box, you then have to have the same key. And that's what's called symmetric key cryptography, because to encrypt, we need the key, and to decrypt, we also need the key. Now imagine a box that instead of having a lock built into it, has a padlock. What I do is I distribute the box around with the padlock open, and then anybody can put something in the box, lock the box by snapping the padlock shut, and then giving it over. And then only the person who has the key to the padlock is able to unlock it. In this way, anyone can encrypt to you, but only the person with the designated key can decrypt. And that's exactly how the internet works. That's how you send data to websites. Everybody has the open padlock. Everybody can close the padlock and send the data to the website, but only the legitimate website owner has the key to be able to open the padlock. Someone's asked about the Imitation Game, which was a movie about Alan Turing and the breaking of the Enigma machine. This was really kind of cool movie, which kind of gives you the excitement, although many of the historical events occur in completely the wrong order. So if you are watch this movie, don't think that it gives an impression of exactly how the breaking of Enigma happened, because it almost all happened in a completely different order completely.